This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Trust everyone will have a productive day today and that you are also having a wonderful morning thus far. Now, yesterday, viewers and subscribers, we reported on a story where a gentleman was shot at a mall plaza in Halfway Tree. He was shot and injured. Now, sadly, this morning, we have to report that he has passed. You know, some of the times when we report these headlines, you know, it's so heart-wrenching. So many things happening in the country. It seems as if, you know, there is no hope. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think will happen? How will we solve this problem of crime in our country? You know, when it is not crime, it is the road accidents taking away our loved ones. How do we begin to solve these problems? How do we, you know, let me know. Talk to me in the comment section, viewers and subscribers. And so let us get into the first story, as we mentioned before. A man who was shot and injured during a daring mid-afternoon hit on Tuesday at the Mall Plaza in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew, has succumbed to his injuries. The deceased has been identified as Prince Charles Winter, otherwise called Finger. According to eyewitnesses, around 3:50 p.m., two men on motorbikes rode up, shooting Winter multiple times before escaping. A team of officers nearby responded quickly to the scene, but the assailants had already made their escape. The victim, who was taken to hospital with critical injuries, later died. Police say investigations into the incident will continue. So guys, we go over to our next story, which is in Westmoreland, where there was an accident that claimed 2 lives. And again, it goes to what we were saying in the beginning, you know, that when it's not crime, it is a vicious accident. So in Westmoreland yesterday, the police are investigating the circumstances surrounding 2 vehicle crash on Stratbogie Crossroad in the parish, which claimed the lives of 2 men on Monday. The deceased are 16-year-old student Jamal Watson and the 29-year-old laborer Orrin Campbell, both of Porter's Mountain, Westmoreland. The Savannah Lamar police say about 3 p.m., Watson and Campbell were on a motorcycle heading northerly along Stratbogie Main Road. It is alleged that upon reaching a section of the road, Watson tried to overtake a line of traffic and collided with a white Toyota Hiace minibus that was traveling in the opposite direction. Both Watson and Campbell died from injuries they sustained in the accident. The police say the driver of the Toyota Hiace minibus was interviewed and given a breathalyzer test. They say he was warned for prosecution and released pending investigation. In our next story, the government gets support from some residents from SOEs. So guys, let us know, what do you think about the SOEs? Do you think that it can begin to solve the problems that we're having where, you know, crime is concerned? I hear some people saying that, you know, it doesn't make much sense because what they find happening is that when you have SOEs implemented in some areas, then you have the criminals migrating to other areas. And then as soon as the SOE comes to an end, then you have the criminals coming back. So what do you think? Let me know. I would love to hear what you think, so just remember to drop it down in the comment section. Now, in the news, it says that there appears to be general support for the government's declaration of states of emergency in several parishes across the island. Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Tuesday morning announced that SOEs are in effect for Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, Clarendon, St. Catherine, and all police divisions in Kingston and St. Andrew, with the exception of St. Andrew North and St. Andrew Central. Providing a rationale for the enhanced security measures, Mr. Holness said the increase in murders over the last 6 months was a cause for concern. He also noted that the approaching Christmas season called for increased national security efforts, but the government's last attempt at utilizing the crime-fighting tool a year ago had been short-lived, as the SOEs declared in 7 police divisions failed to garner support from the opposition and were not extended beyond their initial 14-day period. This time around, Prime Minister Holness has expressed optimism that the opposition People's National Party will support an extension of the SOEs going into the Yuletide season. While the outcome of that is yet to be seen, some residents in Hanover have expressed support for the SOE in that parish. Yeah man, I feel more secure, you know, to see the police and the soldiers them on the road, said one resident. I support it 100%. First, crime is rampant in this parish. They're stealing motor car, they're stealing animals, they're stealing motorbike, they're killing people. They need reining, a second resident lamented. Another man said he supported the initiative because crime fighting is everybody's business. Still, he argued that the SOE should not just be a mechanism where young, poor black guys are thrown into the back of vehicles, taken to jail and processed, and are there left for languishing. He suggested that the security measures must also include intelligence gathering, targeted raids, and identifying the things that breed criminals and criminal activities. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson on Tuesday said residents of violence-plagued areas had been repeatedly asking for the measure to be imposed. The SOEs are set to expire on November 29, but before then it is expected that the government will approach Parliament for an extension. Now in our next story, since Monday and Tuesday of this week, our public passenger vehicle operators have withdrawn their services. Now today, according to this next story, they have decided that they will return to work today, and they are seeking to broker some payment proposal following a meeting with the government officials and the Ministry of Transport and Works on Tuesday. So it says hundreds of taxi operators across the island sought to pressure the Holness administration over 2 days into imposing an amnesty on the payment of traffic tickets, but the government rejected those calls on Monday. Edgerton Newman, head of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services, said that taxi associations met with Transport Minister Audley Shaw and representatives from the Transport Authority, the Island Traffic Authority, and the Road Safety Unit. In an interview with the news Tuesday evening, Newman said the operators will be back at work providing the best travel experience. We have had a very good discussion. We put our concerns on the table, and we heard from the government officials, and we were asked to put a proposal together in terms of a payment plan to put our outstanding tickets and present it to the ministry tomorrow to be taken to the cabinet on Monday, and we have agreed, Newman said. One taxi operator who gave his name only as Donald was furious that the government had granted a 2-week gun amnesty but had been unwilling to guarantee cab drivers a similar privilege. It is only fair for us to get an amnesty. If we even come up with the money and go in front of the judge, we're going to lose our license, said Donald, who was among cabbies parked in North Parade, Kingston on Monday. He argued that the payment deadline often passes before they can muster the funds for their traffic violations. Remember, enough of us out here, we borrow money for our car. We're paying for our car, we're paying mortgage, we have kids going to school, and we can't get 10 tickets if we're bad lucky for the day, he said. Donald said also the taxi operators in downtown Kingston were being constantly ticketed for stopping behind the Jamaica Urban Transit Company buses to offload and onboard the passengers on the grounds that drivers were obstructing traffic. Another taxi operator, Learford Wright, who said he is a victim of tickets, gave other reasons as to why cabbies are deserving of an amnesty. He told the news that many of them are just recovering from losses incurred during the coronavirus pandemic. We not even come out of the woods well, and the government are pressure we about outstanding tickets. No disrespect to Mr. Holness and Mr. Golden, but them need to shed some light on this, because we have suffered how long, Wright said. At a meeting hosted by Tots on Sunday at Halfway Tree Primary School, where there was a 99% vote in favor of a strike, Jamor Nooks, a bus operator, said drivers along the St. Andrew West rural route were being ticketed repeatedly for stopping along Constant Spring Road. He argued that several bus stops have been removed in road expansion works. Nooks said he and the dozens of bus and the taxi drivers have been unwarrantedly receiving traffic tickets from the police at the pickup points that were once designated bus stops. The operators from St. Andrew West Rural withdrew their services on September 13 and 14 to protest the removal of the bus stops. Them said them a come out with some temporary bus stop, and up till now, we haven't seen any, and the police them still are charged from Constant Spring Police Station to Oakland bus stop, Nooks said. He also voiced the concerns with the latest version of traffic tickets issued on thermal receipt paper, which reportedly fades before the expired period for payment. Me get 3 of them and me fold them up and put them where my license is. You see, when me take them out to pay the ticket them, nothing not depend the ticket them. You can't go tax office and pay nothing, Nooks said. So Real News Media TV family, we have come to the end of our newscast for this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. and do have a productive and a safe day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.